You were trained to work. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
From the moment you walked into a classroom, maybe 5 years old, the whole system, it had a specific design for you.
Oh, absolutely. It wasn't a conspiracy or anything malicious.
No, not at all. It was functional. The whole point was sit still, face the front,
Memorize that.
memorize the fact, repeat it back, follow the instructions. And look, that wasn't an accident.
Yeah.
It was a curriculum built to produce a very specific output,
A compliant worker.
a cog.
But I want to ask you a question, one that might make you a little uncomfortable. Were you ever trained to think?
Not really, no.
And I don't mean, solving a math problem or writing an essay on Shakespeare. Those are just, they're functional tasks.
Right.
I mean, were you ever trained to think about value, about creation, or about the actual mechanics of wealth?
Definitely not.
Most of us, we leave the education system with a toolbox designed strictly for labor.
Yeah.
You're built to be employees.
We have this mental operating system that runs beautifully if the goal is just to trade your time for money for 40 years until you retire.
But that's the only software it runs.
Exactly. We are completely missing the operating system designed for wealth.
Right.
And this is where that sort of cognitive dissonance kicks in. You look at your bank account, you see the debt, or maybe you're just stuck at that glass ceiling in your career.
And you think the problem is out there.
Yes. You think, oh, if I just had more time, or if the economy were better, or, if I just got that one lucky break.
Always an external thing.
Always.
Yeah.
You look at the lack of commas in your bank balance and you blame a lack of opportunity. But the truth is, it's far more uncomfortable. But also at the same time, it's far more liberating.
Okay.
Money doesn't start in the bank. It leaves a footprint there, sure, but it starts in your belief system.
That's mindset.
Everything you see in your financial reality right now, whether that's struggle or debt or just a frustrating plateau or even a surplus, it's just a physical printout.
A printout of your internal programming.
It's the receipt for the code running in your subconscious. And here's the rule, the one rule you have to get.
What's that?
You cannot outwork a poor mindset.
Wow.
You just can't. You can grind 80 hours a week, sacrifice your sleep, your health, take on 3 side hustles. But if your software is set to scarcity, your hardware, your actions will always revert to that setting.
So it's not about hustle.
It's not about hustle. So today, we are not talking about budgeting tricks. We're not going to discuss whether you should buy tech stocks or real estate. Those are tactics.
We need to go deeper.
We have to go deeper. We are going to dismantle the poverty code, the code that was written into your subconscious before you could even really speak. And then we're going to install the wealth protocol.
Okay.
This is how you architect your brain for infinite abundance.
Let's do it.
All right, let's unpack this. We have to start by acknowledging that invisible ceiling. You have to understand that your current financial situation, it is not a reflection of your potential. It's just a reflection of your programming. Think of your mind as the most sophisticated supercomputer on the planet.
Okay.
For the first, say, 7 to 10 years of your life, you were basically in a hypnotic state, a sponge, just downloading programs from your parents, teachers, society.
With no firewall.
Zero firewall.
Right.
You just accepted everything as absolute truth.
Right.
So if those programs were based on scarcity, if you heard things like, money doesn't grow on trees, or we can't afford that.
Rich people are greedy.
That's a huge one. Or you have to struggle to be noble. Well, then your computer is running a legacy operating system designed to keep you poor.
It's like trying to run modern AI on Windows 95.
Exactly. You're trying to run this high-performance wealth software on an operating system built for survival in, like, the 1950s. It can't compute.
And that's why people get stuck.
That is why you see people who work incredibly hard but never seem to get ahead. They're literally fighting their own source code.
So the mission today.
The mission for this deep dive is absolute.
Yeah.
We're going to rewrite that source code. We'll go through the neurology, the psychology, and then the practical action steps to overwrite that old data.
Okay.
We've broken this down into 7 distinct chapters. This is a masterclass in mental architecture.
Let's get into it.
Okay, chapter 1, the neurology of scarcity. First, we need to look at the hardware, your brain. It isn't fixed. For the longest time, science kind of believed that once you hit adulthood, your brain was static. You were just stuck with the neural pathways you had.
But we know that's false now.
We now know that is completely false. Neuroscience has shown us the brain is malleable. It has this incredible feature called neuroplasticity.
Plasticity.
Yeah. which means the physical structure of your brain
Right.
actually changes based on what you think and do repeatedly.
So this is not a metaphor.
This is not a metaphor. This is biology. Every single time you think a thought like, I can't afford it, or I'll never be wealthy,
You're reinforcing it.
you're not just having a fleeting idea. You are physically strengthening a neural pathway. You are literally building a 6-lane highway in your brain that leads directly to scarcity.
Wow.
You're wiring your own biology to repel wealth. You're insulating the cables that carry the signal of, I am poor.
So you're building the prison.
You're building it and you're reinforcing it every day.
Yeah.
And this wiring, this dictates what you can even perceive.
Okay, how so?
Well, deep inside your brain, at the base of the brainstem, there's a bundle of nerves. It's called the reticular activating system, or the RAS.
The RAS, the filter.
Exactly, the filter. It's the gatekeeper. Its entire job is to filter out the millions of bits of data you're exposed to every single second, and only let in what you believe is important.
It has to, or we'd go crazy.
You would literally short circuit. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Right now, your brain is processing the temperature of this room, the hum of your computer, the feeling of your clothes on your skin. If you were consciously aware of all of that, you'd be paralyzed. So the RAS acts like a bouncer for your consciousness. It only opens the velvet rope for data that matches your internal programming.
Right.
Now, think about the consequence of this for your wallet.
Oh boy.
If your internal programming, your code, says money is scarce or opportunity is hard to find, your RAS will literally blind you to opportunities.
It just won't let them in.
It won't. You could walk down the street, pass a help wanted sign for your absolute dream job, or overhear a conversation about $1 million business idea next to you in a coffee shop.
And you wouldn't even notice.
Your brain would just label it irrelevant background noise.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see it. You wouldn't hear it because it doesn't match your scarcity filter.
Creating blind spots everywhere.
Huge blind spots.
Mhm.
Conversely, if you program your RAS to believe opportunity is everywhere, guess what happens?
You start seeing it.
Your brain starts hunting for it.
Yeah.
It's that classic red car syndrome. You buy a red car and suddenly you see red cars everywhere.
They were always there.
They were always there. You just gave your RAS a new search command. We have to apply this same principle to wealth.
Yeah.
But most people are stuck
Stuck where?
in what Dan Coe calls survival mode.
Survival mode.
In this stage, your attention is just. It's consumed by immediate threats, the rent, the mortgage, the crushing fatigue from a job you hate.
Just trying to get through the day.
That's it. And when you're in survival mode, your brain is flooded with cortisol. You're in a biological state of fight or flight.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens in fight or flight? Your vision literally narrows. You lose your peripheral vision. You can only focus on the tiger directly in front of you.
Tunnel vision.
Total tunnel vision, which means you physically cannot see the exit. You don't notice the money-making opportunities because your brain is biologically wired to look for threats,
Right.
not for expansion.
So it's not a character flaw. It's biology.
It is biology. You have to understand this. Money problems don't actually exist. Only psychological problems exist.
Wow. Say that again?
Your inability to make or keep money comes down to beliefs that limit your perception of opportunity. You are walking through a field of diamonds, but because you're looking for stones to throw at your problems, stones are all you can see.
That's deep.
Okay, so let's move on. Chapter 2, the Identity Thermostat. We have to talk about why change is so damn hard. Why do we always snap back to our old ways?
The rubber band effect?
Exactly. Have you ever noticed the statistics on lottery winners? I mean, it's just tragic. A huge majority of them go broke within a few years.
I've heard that. It's crazy.
They win millions, and 3 years later, they're often worse off financially and emotionally than before they won. Why?
Yeah, why is that?
Or look at the opposite. Self-made millionaires who lose everything in a market crash. Statistically, they tend to gain it all back, usually within a year or two.
Right.
The money changed, but the end result reverted back to the starting point. This whole phenomenon is caused by what we call your financial thermostat.
A thermostat.
Just like the thermostat in your house regulates the temperature, your self-image regulates your level of wealth.
It keeps it in a comfortable range.
A comfortable, familiar range.
Mhm.
If the thermostat in this room is set to, say, 70 degrees, and we open all the windows in the middle of winter, what happens?
The heat kicks on.
Kicks into overdrive to bring it back to 70. That's its job. But conversely, if we bring in a bunch of space heaters and raise the temperature to 90 degrees,
The AC kicks on to cool it down.
exactly, your subconscious mind works the exact same way. It's always seeking homeostasis. It wants balance.
It wants what it knows.
It wants what it knows.
Right.
You can only attract and keep the amount of wealth that your self-image allows. If your internal thermostat is set to struggle, or let's just put a number on it, say $40,000 a year, and you suddenly get a windfall of cash, you win a contest, get a big inheritance, your subconscious will literally panic.
It'll think, this isn't me.
This isn't me. This doesn't match the setting. This is dangerous.
So it starts to sabotage.
It finds a way to cool the room back down. You'll suddenly have an emergency car repair. You'll lend money to that one friend you know will never pay you back. You'll make a really stupid, impulsive investment.
Anything to get back to 40K.
You will literally sabotage yourself until you are back to the amount of money you feel deep down that you deserve. So to change this, we have to look at the identity gap.
The gap.
You have to bridge the gap between who you are right now and who you want to be. You can't just wish for more money.
You have to become the person who earns it.
Before the money arrives, yes. James Goy Jr. teaches this. Triad of Attraction. It's desire, belief, and expectancy.
The triad.
So first, desire. That's the engine. It's the trigger for action. You have to want it. But desire by itself isn't enough.
It can be painful.
It can be really painful if it doesn't have the other two. It just creates a sense of lack.
Yeah.
A hunger that never gets fed.
Right.
Second is belief. This is the map. If you desire money, but you deep down believe that money is evil or that you aren't smart enough to handle it,
You'll avoid the path.
you will subconsciously avoid the route to wealth. You'll be flooring the gas pedal with desire, but you'll have the emergency brake of belief pulled up as tight as it can go.
And that just leads to burnout.
Exactly. That friction creates an incredible amount of heat, which is burnout. And the third piece is expectancy.
Expectancy.
This is the fuel. You have to expect success as an inevitability, not some long shot gamble. It's the difference between hoping you'll find your car keys and knowing they're on the kitchen table.
You look differently when you know.
You act differently.
Yeah.
You walk with a different posture. So you have to stop saying, I want to be rich. Wanting implies you don't have it.
So what do you say?
You start saying, I am a wealthy person in training.
A shift.
It's a huge shift. As Brian Tracy says, you have to view yourself as a no-bounds person, someone who absolutely refuses to let the past dictate the future. You have to rewrite the script of your own identity.
Because what you see is what you get.
If you see yourself as a victim of the economy, you will find endless evidence to support that narrative. But if you see yourself as an architect of abundance, you will find bricks to build with. The bricks are everywhere, but only the architect even recognizes them.
That's powerful.
Okay, let's get tactical. Chapter 3. Money is a skill. And for this, we're using the framework from the legendary Naval Ravikant. This is essential because it removes all the mystery.
The myth of luck.
Oh, it's one of the most damaging lies society tells us, that wealth is a matter of luck. Oh, he just got lucky. She was just in the right place at the right time.
It's an excuse.
It's an excuse that keeps you powerless. Relying on luck is a strategy for fools. You can't build a life hoping lightning will strike. Naval Ravikant puts it so clearly. He says, making money is not a thing you do. It's a skill you learn.
Skill.
Let that just sink in for a second. It's a skill. Just like learning to play the piano. Just like learning to speak Spanish.
A competence.
It is a competency. It can be studied, practiced, and mastered. Hundreds of thousands of people have learned this skill, often starting from absolute zero, which proves it is not a genetic trait. It's not reserved for some special bloodline.
If you can learn to drive a car.
You can learn to build wealth. So, if it's a skill, what are the components? Naval breaks it down into 3 pillars: specific knowledge, accountability, and leverage.
Okay, let's break those down.
Let's dissect them, because this is where the modern wealthy are being created. First up, specific knowledge. This is knowledge that society cannot train you for.
Unique knowledge.
It has to be. Think about it. If society can train you to do something in a classroom, what does that mean?
They can train someone else to do it too.
And if they can train someone else, you are replaceable. And if you're replaceable, your income is always going to be capped by the market price for that labor.
Right.
Specific knowledge is found by pursuing your genuine, deep curiosity and passion. It's the stuff that feels like play to you, but looks like hard work to other people. Maybe you are just obsessed with vintage sneakers. Or you love analyzing data patterns in sports. Maybe you're incredible at organizing chaotic spaces.
Your unique gift.
That is your specific knowledge. It's at the intersection of your natural talents and your genuine curiosity. No one on the planet can compete with you on being you.
True.
And when you build a business or a career on your authentic interests, you escape competition through authenticity.
I like that.
The second pillar is accountability. You have to take risks under your own name.
No hiding.
No hiding. In a corporate job, you can hide. If a project fails, we failed. But to build real wealth, you have to step into the light. You have to say, I am doing this.
Take the risk.
Society rewards people who take responsibility. It rewards them with equity and with leverage. The captain of the ship gets paid more than the deckhand for a reason.
Because the captain goes down with the ship.
Exactly. And that leads directly to the third pillar, leverage. This is the force multiplier. This is probably the most critical concept to understand if you want to escape the rat race.
Because you can't get rich renting out your time.
You cannot. You only have 24 hours in a day. Even if you're a high-paid lawyer billing, say, $1,000 an hour, you are still capped. If you stop working, the money stops. You need leverage.
You need scale.
You need scale. Naval identifies 3 types of leverage. First, you have labor leverage. This is people working for you. It's the old model.
It's prestigious.
That sounds prestigious. I have 50 employees, but it's messy. Humans are complex. Managing them is a full-time job in itself. Second is capital leverage. This is money working for you. Investing, it's great, but
it requires you to have money in the first place.
it's a bit of a catch-22, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the third type is the holy grail of the modern era.
Okay.
Permissionless leverage.
Permissionless.
Code and media. This audio you're listening to right now, it's leverage. I'm recording it once, but thousands, maybe millions of people can listen to it. Software is leverage. You write the code one time, and millions of people can use it. It works while you sleep. It works while you're on vacation. It works while you're eating dinner with your family.
It's infinite.
The goal is to completely disconnect your inputs from your outputs. You want to get paid for your judgment, not for your hours.
Make one good decision.
Make one good decision a year that makes you $1 million, rather than working 2,000 hours to make the same amount.
Smart. Very smart.
Okay, so now that we understand how to earn, we have to address how to keep it. This is chapter 4. The art of spendfulness.
The defense?
It's all defense. You can't fill a bucket that has a giant hole in the bottom. Training your brain for wealth isn't just about earning. It's about stewardship.
Stewardship. I like that.
If you can't manage $1,000, you will certainly not be able to manage $100,000. In fact, more money will just amplify your bad habits.
Make them worse.
So Jesse Mitchum, the founder of YNA, You Need a Budget, he has this concept. Give every dollar a job.
I've heard of this.
Now, don't tune out. This is not about restriction. It's not about never drinking a latte again. It's about intention.
Proactive, not reactive.
Exactly. When you assign your money a purpose before you spend it, you move from wondering where your money went to telling it exactly where to go.
You take control.
You take back control. Most people are stuck in this awful cycle of emotional spending. This is the broke person habit loop.
Okay, what does that look like?
It looks like this. You feel bad. Maybe you had a rough day at work, or you feel lonely.
Okay.
So, to self-soothe, you buy something.
A gadget. Clothes.
A gadget, a dress, a fancy meal. You get a little hit of dopamine. You feel better for about 20 minutes.
Fleeting.
But then, that dopamine wears off. And what comes next?
Guilt.
Guilt. You look at your bank account and you feel shame. And to deal with that feeling of shame, you buy something else to feel better.
It's a downward spiral.
It's a vicious downward spiral. So to break this, you have to adopt the 24-hour rule for any impulse buys.
Just wait.
If you see something you want, just wait 24 hours. And during that time, you ask yourself the critical question, would future me thank me for this purchase?
That's a great question. Perspective.
And usually the answer is no.
Yeah.
Future. You would prefer the cash. Future, you'd prefer the security, the peace of mind.
Absolutely.
And Brian Tracy suggests a very simple formula to automate this. To build your wealth, he says, save 10% of everything you earn from the very beginning.
Pay yourself first.
It's a non-negotiable tax you pay to your future self. And the math here, it's staggering. If you invest just $100 a month from age 21 to 65 at a pretty standard 10% interest rate, you'll have over $1 million.
From just $100 a month?
Just $100. That's pizza money for most people. But the brain, it needs to see this math to understand that consistency beats intensity.
It's the long game.
You don't need to hit a home run. You just need to stay in the game. You need to let time and compounding do the heavy lifting for you.
Compound interest, the 8th wonder of the world.
Exactly. So let's move to the software side of things. Chapter 5, the mental movie. We need to talk about what is playing on the screen of your mind all day long. James Goh Jr. has this concept called thinking and results. This is where most people fail. They obsess over how.
How will I get rich?
How will I start the business? How will I get the loan? How am I going to find the clients? And what does that do?
Causes paralysis, anxiety.
Total paralysis, because the how is unknown. The how is full of obstacles. Instead, he says you must focus only on the end result.
The destination.
The destination. You have to trust that if the destination is crystal clear, the path will reveal itself. Your job is the what. The universe's job is the how.
Trust the process.
We talked about neuroplasticity earlier.
Yeah.
Well, here's another wild fact about your brain. It does not know the difference between something that's real and something that is vividly imagined. I can prove it. If I asked you right now to close your eyes and vividly imagine biting into a fresh, sour lemon, I mean, really imagine it. The texture of the yellow skin, the juice squirting out of your tongue, that sharp, sour taste.
My mouth is watering.
Right. Your mouth is literally starting to water. Your body is reacting to the image as if it were real.
So you can use this.
You can harness this.
Yeah.
When you engage in what's called emotional rehearsal, visualizing your success with intense feeling, you are physically changing the neural structure of your mind.
It's called cognitive priming.
You're priming your brain to recognize the reality you want to create. You have to become the director of the movie in your mind.
But most people are making horror movies.
They're making low-budget horror movies. They wake up and immediately project images of unpaid bills, of rejection, of failure, of embarrassment. They are literally rehearsing poverty.
Practicing being broke.
They're practicing being broke. They visualize the worst-case scenario over and over again, and then they're shocked when it happens.
You have to stop it.
You have to flip the script. You need to visualize the success movie. But it can't just be some vague idea of being rich.
Yeah.
You need details.
The brain loves specifics.
It does. Visualize the notification on your phone, payment received. Feel the weight of the phone in your hand as you read it. Feel the leather of the steering wheel of the car you want. Smell the salt in the ocean air from your vacation home.
Engage all the senses.
Engage your senses. When you feel it as real, your RAS, that filter we talked about, it starts filtering the world for the opportunities to make it happen.
Yeah.
It starts looking for the bridge between your visualization and your reality.
Manifestation through biology.
That's a perfect way to put it. Now, we have to face the enemy within. Chapter 6, breaking the good versus evil money myth. This is the biggest block for good people.
Guilt.
Guilt. So many of us were raised with this idea that money is the root of all evil.
Or that rich people are greedy.
Greedy, selfish, corrupt. I mean, you see it in movies all the time. The villain is always the rich guy in the suit. The hero is the humble, poor underdog.
We are culturally conditioned.
We are conditioned to associate poverty with morality and wealth with evil. And if you secretly despise wealth, it will elude you. It has to.
Why?
Because your subconscious mind has one prime directive: protect your identity. And if your identity is, I am a good person, and your core belief is rich people are bad, then your subconscious will never let you become rich.
It would create an internal conflict.
A massive conflict. It will not allow you to become something you hate. So we need to perform a relationship audit with money.
Okay.
I want you to imagine money as a person.
Yeah.
Just for a second. Imagine money is a friend sitting on the couch right next to you. If you ignored this friend, spoke badly about them, said things like, I don't need you, or you're the root of all evil, would that friend stick around?
No way. They'd leave.
Of course not. They would leave. And yet this is exactly how most people treat money. They complain about it, they resent it, they push it away. You have to realize the truth.
Which is?
Money is neutral. It's just a tool. It's an amplifier.
An amplifier.
If you're a jerk, money will make you a huge jerk because you have more resources to be a jerk with. But if you are a good person, if you're kind and generous and loving,
It makes you better.
it makes you more of who you already are. It will allow you to give more, help more, and create more. You cannot feed the poor if you are one of them. You can't help the sick if you can't afford the medicine.
That's true. So true.
Dan Coe talks about this contribution stage of wealth. Once your own needs are met, your resources allow you to lift others up. I believe you actually have a moral obligation to be wealthy so you can serve at a higher level.
It's an obligation, not a sin.
Wealth allows you to extend your kindness beyond your immediate physical reach. We also need some linguistic reprogramming here. This is a simple one.
Okay.
Stop saying I can't afford it. Because
Okay.
when you say I can't, your brain just shuts down. It stops working. It accepts defeat. Instead, start asking, how can I afford it?
The question.
It's just a question, but it forces your brain to solve a problem. It switches your mind from being a passive victim to an active problem solver. Maybe you can't afford it right now, but the question opens the door to possibility. How can I afford it? Leads to ideas. Ideas lead to actions. And actions lead to wealth.
Action.
Which brings us to the final chapter, Chapter 7, the action protocol. We've covered the mindset, the neurology, but mindset without action is just hallucination.
Daydreaming.
It's just daydreaming.
Yeah.
You cannot think your way to a new life while you're sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
You have to act your way into a new way of thinking.
Execution is everything.
So here is your practical checklist. If you really want to install the wealth protocol, these are the commands you need to run. Number 1, audit your circle.
Oh, the big one.
You've heard it 1,000 times, but people don't listen. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
It's a law of nature.
It really is. If your friends are complainers, if they spend their weekends just drinking and gossiping about other people, you will be the 6th. It's inevitable.
Mirror neurons.
Exactly. Mirror neurons in your brain ensure that you mimic those around you, their vocabulary, their habits, their financial thermostat. But if you surround yourself with builders, with people talking about ideas, growth, the future,
You'll be the 6th builder.
you will be the 6th builder. You have to ruthlessly curate your environment.
Curate.
Number 2, invest in your brain. Read. Reading is the ultimate meta skill. It is the cheat code for life.
I love that. The cheat code.
Think about it. Someone spent 20 years figuring out a problem. They wrote it all down in a book. And for $20 and a few hours of your time, you can download their wisdom directly into your brain.
You're downloading their consciousness.
As Naval says, read what you love until you love to read. Don't force yourself to read boring textbooks. Write what ignites you. The more you know, the less you have to diversify.
What do you mean by that?
When you have deep knowledge, you can make sniper-like decisions. You don't have to spray and pray, betting on everything. You bet on what you truly understand. Warren Buffett reads for 6 hours a day. That is not a coincidence.
Sniper, not a shotgun.
Exactly. Number 3, automate your success.
Yeah.
Willpower is a finite resource. It's a battery. You wake up fully charged, but every single decision you make, what to wear, what to eat, which email to answer first, it drains that battery.
Decision fatigue.
And by the end of the day, you have no willpower left. That's why you skip the gym and eat junk food at night. So do not rely on willpower to build your wealth. Don't decide to save every month. Set up an auto transfer that happens the day you get paid. Don't decide to work on your side hustle. Put it in your calendar. Make it non-negotiable.
Build systems.
Build systems that make success the path of least resistance. Make it harder to fail than to succeed. And finally, number 4, embrace the valley of despair.
Ooh, sounds rough.
This is the hardest part. When you start this protocol, when you start making these changes, the results will be invisible at first. You'll be reading, visualizing, saving, working, and your life will look exactly the same.
The plateau.
This is the compounding curve. It's like an ice cube sitting in a room that's 25 degrees. You heat the room to 26. Nothing happens. 27. Nothing. 28 degrees. Nothing. You feel like you're just wasting your time.
But you're storing energy.
You're storing energy. At 31 degrees, nothing has happened. But at 32 degrees, the ice begins to melt. You must have patience with results, but impatience with your actions.
And most people quit at 31 degrees.
They quit right before the breakthrough. Don't be most people.
Persistence.
Okay, let's bring this all home. The conclusion. Moving from success to significance. We've talked a lot about you, your brain, your wealth, your house. But here's the secret that the truly wealthy understand.
What's that?
Wealth for the sake of wealth is a hollow victory. If your success dies when you die, you haven't truly won.
It's about legacy.
It's about legacy. The ultimate training for your brain is a shift from success to significance. When you're just working to buy a fancy watch, your motivation is fragile. What happens when you get the watch?
The drive fades.
The drive fades. But when your mission is bigger than your ego, you have limitless motivation.
Purpose.
Purpose. When you're working to change your family tree, to break a cycle of poverty that has lasted for generations, to support your community, to build a legacy that outlasts you, that is a fuel that never ever burns out.
Right.
You're not just building a bank account, you're building a cathedral. You're planting trees under whose shade you know you will never sit.
That's beautiful.
And when you feel stressed, and you will feel stressed, reframe it. You are not overwhelmed, you are undertrained.
Then train.
Stress is just feedback. It's the weight on the bar telling you that you're getting stronger. A muscle doesn't grow unless it's under tension. Your character doesn't grow unless it's under pressure. You have to embrace the weight.
It's a sign of growth.
It's the only sign of growth. So here's your challenge for the next 10 days. And this isn't a suggestion. This is the protocol. Treat your mind as your greatest asset. Guard it from negativity like you would guard a vault full of gold. Stop watching the news. Stop scrolling through those mind-numbing social media feeds.
Be intentional.
Train your mind with books. Prime it with visualization. Feed it with bold actions.
Do it.
Every single morning, I want you to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am the architect of my future. I am the investor of my time. I am the creator of my wealth. The training begins now.
Right now.
If this deep dive has sparked something in you, please do not let it fade. Inspiration, it has a shelf life. Action is the real affirmation. Hit that like button, not for us, not for the algorithm, but as a promise to yourself that you are ready to upgrade your operating system. Subscribe to join a community of builders, not just consumers.
Let's build.
I'll see you in the next level.